Welcome to Blazing Baseball, episode number 199, where we blaze through today's baseball topics, and we are Astros and Yankees fans.
Yep.
So, we'll be here with y'all for the length of this game. That is game number 3 we are watching. It is the Houston Astros at the New York Yankees. And the Astros are winning 5-0. And it is the 8th. And also today we'll go over a one of our pitchers got an injury during a champagne celebration.
Silly, stupid.
So,
I never understand that stupid
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Okay. All right.
There. If I was a coach, I'd say no champagne celebrations.
That's correct.
Because
No.
there are no off days.
That's right. There are no off days. That's correct.
Even the best move, even if you win the World Series, is to not pop the champagne and then go home
Never.
And then the next day still work out.
That's right.
Preparation for the next season.
That's correct.
So then, because that's what the opponent is doing and the other person.
That's what the professional. That's right. That's what the other guys are doing. They're going home and they're working. That's what you should be doing. You're a professional, getting paid millions of dollars.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to go over the game last night that happened between the San Diego Padres and the Philadelphia Phillies in Philadelphia. The Phillies win 4-2 over the Padres. The Phillies had 9 hits and 4 runs, and the Padres had 7 hits and 2 runs. Stout and Castellano had doubles, and Schwarber had a home run, which was enough to win and get the Phillies 4 runs at home to beat the Padres to take the lead in the National League pennant 2-1. The winning pitcher was Suarez. He went 5 innings. He gave up 2 hits and 2 runs, but only one of the runs was earned. He had 3 strikeouts. And his postseason ERA is 2.16. Dominiquez got the save, his first save of the postseason. He chucked for 2 innings, and he only gave up 1 hit, and he had 3 strikeouts. His earned run average in the postseason is 0. I watched him. He was really dominant. He was really hard to hit. The losing pitcher was Musgrove. He's 1-1 in the postseason. He went 5 2/3 innings. He gave up 8 hits and 4 earned runs. He had 5 strikeouts, and his earned run average in the playoffs is 2.89. There were 45,279 screaming fans at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, where the Phillies took the lead 2-1 in the series. Now, they are playing again tonight. But you want to do the Astros game, or you want to do the Padres?
So the Astros game first.
All right.
We're in the 9th now.
Oh boy.
Herman is pitching.
It's hard for me to watch. Yanks are going to lose 3 games in a row. This is tough.
3 pitches. Vasquez is up right now. It's a 3-1 count. Well, anything can happen, but it's where the Yankees are right now at this second. It's very difficult.
Very
hard to come back, for sure.
Very.
It is hard to win 4 games in a row.
Yeah, against a good pitching team. Yep. Let's see what happens here. It's the top of the 9th. Astros are up. And if they don't score, then the Yankees only have to score 5 to make it go into extra innings.
It's a walk.
It's a walk. That's not good.
So
It's not good for the Yankees. It's good for the Astros.
Oh, yeah, yes, we're looking good. If we win today and tomorrow, it'll be good to rest.
Oh God, I don't want to sweep. Please don't let him sweep us.
And so,
Ooh.
yeah, pitching for today for the Astros, we have Javier and Neris and Stanek and Brown and Montero. And
Yeah.
pitching for the Yanks, we have Cole, Trevino, and Castro and Herman.
Yep. They both have
Sorry if
four
I
pitchers in the
mispronounced
game.
any names of this podcast.
Yeah.
Up first for the Yankees is Rizzo at first base, batting
Riz.
231,
Yeah.
and then Judge at right field, batting 156, and then Stanton at left field, batting 185, and then Torres at second base, batting 138, and then Carpenter at DH, batting 0, and then Bader at center field, batting 250, and then Donaldson at third base, batting 208, and then Cabrera at shortstop, batting .083, and then Trevino at catcher, batting .056.
And Stanton did hit a double. That was the highlight of the Yankees hitting so far tonight. The Yankees, unfortunately, have one hit. Stanton's double.
And up first for the Astros, we have Altuve at second base, batting .037, and then Pena at shortstop, batting .286, and then Alvarez at left field, batting .208, and then Bregman at third base, batting .346, and then Tucker at right field, batting .200, and then Gurriel at first base, batting .385, and then Mancini at DH, batting 0, and then Vasquez at catcher, batting .200, and then Chazzy Fizz, the Chaz McFizz Chomp,
The
batting
chump.
.313.
Well, McCormick got a hit and 2 RBIs. Vasquez got a hit and 2 RBIs. Bregman's got 2 hits. Yuli's got a hit. And Bregman's batting .346 in the playoffs. Yuli's batting .385, and McCormick's batting .313. They have lit up the Yankee pitchers. Oh boy!
Just walk McCormick.
They walk Chazzy Fizz, and there's runners on first and second, no outs for
Back-to-back
the
walks.
Astros.
We are having a mound visitation.
Yeah, to Hermaine. Why don't we come back to that one, and we can do the Padres and the
Oh,
Phillies.
interesting. They have to bring a translator out too.
Yeah,
That's always cool. Having
yeah, they got a break.
all the languages on the field. Different ones. Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that the live game? No. There it is. We got it.
Yes, so pitching for the Phillies is Falter and Brogdon.
Right. The score is 4-3. San Diego's winning already, and it's only in the first inning.
And yes, the Padres have Clevenger and Martinez. So both teams are already
Slamming
on
the
their
ball.
second pitcher.
They're slamming the ball tonight in Philadelphia. They got 7 runs in the first inning.
Wow. It still is the first inning, so there could be more.
Yep.
So, up first for the Padres is Profar at left field, batting .243, and then Soto at right field, batting .225, and then Machado at third base, batting .293, and then Bell at DH, batting .267, and then Cronenworth at second base, batting .250, and then Jury at first base, batting .250 also, and then Kim at shortstop, batting .189, and then Grisham at center field, batting .242, and then Nola at catcher, batting .281. Up first for the Phillies is Schwarber at left field, batting .194, and then Hoskins at first base, batting .158, and then Real Muto at catcher betting 200, and then Harper at DH betting 417, and then Castellanos at right field betting 200, and then Baum at third base betting 233, and then Stott at shortstop betting 182, and then Segura at second base betting 286, and then Marsh at center field betting 211.
Harper got an RBI and Hoskins got 2 RBIs for the Phillies. All right. 4-2. Only 1 out in the bottom of the first. The Phillies are trying to catch back up and get the 4 runs back. They have a runner on third base with 1 out.
So also, there might be a new White Sox manager.
Oh, they're making the managers changes. We had one already for the Texas Rangers. Looks like they got a good new manager.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there he is.
So it's interesting because when I try to hit the Sports Illustrated article,
it says it right there that they said the Houston Astros bench coach Joe Espada,
manager of White Sox by Sports Illustrated.
But how could he do that in the middle of the playoffs?
And when you try to hit the link, it says error.
I don't know if that's real or not, but that's what it says. So we cannot confirm that story yet. But that would surprise me if somebody would say they were going to be the manager of another team when they were still in the playoffs to win a World Series. I don't get that. Or win the pennant first, but wow.
Yeah, maybe they did it and then they were like, whoops.
No, you can't do that. Because that's really
take that down.
Yeah. That's very bad for the Astros. That's not a good thing to make a change at this point. You got to wait another week.
Yeah.
You got to wait another week.
After the World Series, at least.
Yes. That's correct.
Until the offseason begins.
That is correct. Okay. Well, the Yankees got 2 outs on the Astros, runners on first and second. They might get them out and head into the bottom of the 9th, having to get 5 runs to tie it.
Okay, so yes. According to StocksMachine.com by Jim Morgalis, titled Two Managerial Vacancies Filled as White Sox's Process ? Plays out. If the White Sox are indeed, and then it says, if the White Sox are indeed strongly considering Houston bench coach Joe Espada as their next manager, then any official news will probably have to wait a while because the Astros haven't yet lost a game this postseason.
Yeah.
Well, that's all well and good if the White Sox search committee actually agrees on who should be leading the team, because then it's just a matter of the process taking as long as it has to take. But because the White Sox don't have a clearly defined chain of command, and we can't trust one member of said search committee to not pull the rug out from under any best laid plans, and the next however many days should be spent with white knuckles. For instance, on the same day that a tweet saying Espada will be the next White Sox manager gained traction, NBC Sports Chicago said that the White Sox will interview Ozzie Guillen next week. And because the White Sox announced their decision to hire Tony La Russa with a graphic bearing AJ Hinch's signature, precedent says there's no way to truly determine which idea has more validity. Okay. While we waited out, a few other managerial futures around the league were confirmed on Friday, and none seemed to disrupt the White Sox's plans too much.
Okay. Well, there you have it. Yankees got out of the inning. So they're going to come up to bat.
Mm-hmm. And then it says Toronto Blue Jays retained John Schneider. After a painful loss to the Seattle Mariners in the Wild Card Series, the Blue Jays wanted to do their due diligence before removing the interim label from John Schneider's title. Blue Jays GM Ross Atkins had praised Schneider for his work after replacing Charlie Montoyo and said it'd be harder to find better, but they wanted to process the concept of Schneider as a long-term manager rather than the most sensible internal midseason candidate before committing.
Okay.
And then it says Cleveland Guardians, still led by Terry Francona.
Yeah.
And then it says, speaking of managers with health issues, Francona will remain in his position with Cleveland for 2023 with the intent to sign a new contract after he has, quote, drains removed from his backside, end quote. It
Yikes.
sounds like he'll continue assessing his ability to withstand a 162-game season on an annual basis for as long as the Guardians will have him. And the Cleveland's front office sounds like it's in no rush to look anywhere else.
Right. Now he's going to stay. So the Toronto Blue Jays are keeping their guy. Cleveland's going to keep their manager. And then they're trying to hawk the spotter from the Astros in the middle of the playoffs and send them up to Chicago.
Yep.
That's bullshit. Okay. That is really dirty baseball. Somebody should get suspended for that bullshit. Okay. That's my opinion. But anyway, I'm not in a good mood because the Yankees are losing 5-0 and they're going to lose 3 straight to the Astros if we don't get 5 runs to tie you up right now.
Do you think they're going to suspend someone?
No.
Nothing's going to happen.
They're going to say nothing's going to happen. It's going to be hearsay. It's hearsay until the day after the World Series is over. Then they hire them.
Yeah.
So they say that's just hearsay. Oh, well.
Yes.
But it's not good for the Astros. That kind of rumor is really bad in the middle of the series. Like, he's the second line manager.
So another interesting title that I just found. It says NYDailyNews.com by Abby Mostraco. Aaron Judge booed by Yankee fans for second time in postseason.
No, that's no good.
That's no good.
Nobody should ever boo Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
No.
This is also his own team.
No.
So
Damn.
No, those fans were probably from another team because they weren't Yankee fans. I can tell you that. No Yankee fan would boo him right now. We're cheering for him. Okay.
I wouldn't judge it. I wouldn't boo Aaron Judge.
No, and you're the Astros fan, and you wouldn't boo him. You got to give him credit. Hey,
Yeah.
You know it's tough to hit with the play in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, he said he's batting 200. Okay, well, a couple of home runs right now would go a long way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're going to need base runners right now and long ball to catch up to the Astros.
Well, it's just interesting that he's getting booed at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
So I guess there's I don't know. I feel like there was mostly Yankee fans, but there's definitely Astro fans too. So
Oh yeah.
Excuse me.
No, there's definitely Astros fans at the Yankee game.
One out.
You know, at least 10% of the fans, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're going to go see the game.
Yes. So according to Yahoo Sports by Jack Baer, Astros pitcher Lance McCullers Jr. ALCS start pushed back after injuring elbow during champagne celebration. And it says the Houston Astros are starting Lance McCullers Jr. in Game 4 of the ALCS instead of the expected Game 3, and the reason why is an extreme example of the first world problems in baseball. McCullers hurt his elbow on a champagne bottle.
Oh, my God.
Specifically, he told reporters on Friday that he hurt his elbow while celebrating the Astros' 3-game sweep of the Seattle Mariners in the ALDS, and the resultant swelling caused him to need some extra days off after his Game 3 start on October 15th. good news for the Astros is McCullers reportedly threw a 35-pitch bullpen session on Friday with no issue, and the functional difference between a Game 3 and Game 4 starter is small. Both pitchers will get to take the mound and won't be in line to pitch in a Game 6 or Game 7. Though McCullers quite famously once pitched in a Game 7 after starting a Game 3.
Okay. So he's pitching tomorrow. No big deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quote by him says, actually, after the victory in Seattle, I caught a spare champagne bottle in the elbow bone. I'm okay. It's just a little bit of swelling, not a huge deal. Threw a bullpen today. It was 35 pitches. It was a great bullpen earlier in the week. We thought it would be beneficial to give me some days off with everything settled down. Give me an extra day to go with Game 4. It was really no one's fault. It was just an accident. It's not a huge deal. Game 3 and Game 4 starters can't come back in the championship series on normal rest. You can come in on short rest, but without the off days. So not a huge deal, just a decision that was made. End quote. 2 out. With McCullers pushed back a day, the Astros will instead start Christian Javier, who posted a career year during the regular season with a 2.54 ERA and 148.2 innings, but has so far seen only 1.1 innings of relief work in the postseason. Whoever the pitcher is, the Astros currently enjoy a 2-0 lead over the New York Yankees with a trip to their 4th World Series in 6 years on the line.
Well, the Yankees are down to the last out in the bottom of the
Carpenter
ninth
got a
inning
single.
in the Bronx. Yeah. Carpenter got a single. We got a guy on first.
And
Two-
Brady is pitching
2 outs.
10 pitches.